Welcome, Leo, to Moonlight Witchery. I'm Edie, and this is going to be your Halloween love read, and this is a timeless opening gift for you. Well, Leo, that was a tremendous amount of energy that came down for you all. And in the center of it, I was feeling the world at your feet. So this is the center of your read, and this is what's going on in and around your life right now. I feel that there's a tremendous amount of change. You're coming to a completion of a cycle. I feel like it's divinely guided. The heavens are there with you. I feel also at this time you are in for a lot of turmoil. However, it is like life's journey. I feel that at this particular time, in this next little while, the next few years, everything is centered around finances. However, everything is sort of a reflection of how you're doing. It's almost like a scale of how you're doing with other things. So if your finances are a little bit of a disarray, which I'm feeling for most of you Leos at this point, the last, I would say, couple of years that things have been going off with finances, because there needed to be some cleaning house, some spring cleaning going on. Only it's more like fall cleaning. So now you have the winter, you're sort of nesting is what I'm seeing. You've been doing a bunch of clearing and cleaning and getting rid of things that no longer are needed. I feel a lot of you have downsized, including in relationships. You have released relationships that are no longer serving you. I'm seeing that some of you are dating quite a few different people right now. And I almost feel like this is a time for you to go out and enjoy life and have fun and experience it. So you really shouldn't be maybe committed to one person unless you're already committed. Then of course you're to be working on it. But they're telling me if you're single at this time, maybe it's a good thing that you're single, because you're going to be going through some definite dark nights of the soul is what I'm seeing. The reason for this is because at the end, it almost feels like this came out. This major arcana card came out in the center being, because you need to know that you have the world at your feet. Even though you're going through problems, it feels like these things are all destined to be. So for those recently who feel a little stuck where they live right now, I feel like a move is coming up. If you haven't already just recently moved, a move is coming up for you, or you have just moved. So things need to settle down a little bit. You're just starting a life fresh is what I'm feeling. I feel like you've cut off everything from the past that's no longer serving you, but in the past you've done so severely that it has cut people out completely, and that's not the goal. The goal is to cut out the drama in your life. And Leos, I feel like, you know, for a lot of you, you kind of like it. Kind of like the drama a little bit, because it means that you're alive and you're going on your life journey. And these are important things in life to be experiencing. Okay, so there's quite a few things coming to fruition here. I feel like the bottom line here is if your finances are in order, then your love life is in order. So for those of you who are not having your love life in order, let's take a look at why. I feel like there's been a lot of movement. There's been a lot of psychic ability. I feel like you have, for a group of you, there is a group of you who have caught your partners in a third-party situation. So you are cleansing that energy out and you're cutting that person out. You're no longer engaging in their self-centeredness. I feel like this is a good move and a destined move for you. Even though it is extremely painful, I feel like you're letting go of a lot of hopes and dreams that you've had with this person. So, you know, honestly, Leo, I feel like you're really going through a tough time. So remember this, that the heavens are there behind you. I feel like you have divinely guided inspiration, and it's coming to you in the form of inspiration and creativity at this time. So you can use your pain to harness the energy of what's coming, because I feel like you've had a lot of good ideas, and a lot of good ideas are coming to you. It's like sparks of energy are coming to you, and if you were to have stayed in that relationship, none of this would be happening. I feel like good luck is on its way, but it's not coming for a couple of years. There may be a few times over the years where things are divinely guided. And I mean, like, obviously this is a general reading for a bunch of people. So if you want, you know, when it is that you need to be focusing things on specific times, I feel the best way to do that is to consult an astrologer. There are many great astrologers out there on YouTube, so just do a little bit of research and whatever you feel guided towards. I'm a psychic medium, so I channel, you know, some of that energy, but I'm not an astrologer. I dabble in it a little bit, but like I said, that's not my forte. What I'm seeing is for you to see one so you can plan ahead what things that you need to do in order to have timing, like take advantage of timing is what I'm seeing. Timing seems to be key for you working within the matrix. I feel like in the past you've just gone full straight ahead about your ideas, and this time around I feel like you have a really super good idea to open up energy for you. Either if you work for somebody, you have advancement in career there, or if you are working for yourself, you definitely have opportunities to advance. However, I don't see these opportunities coming for another 18 months. This time is for you to look at some self-care. Deep down, the bottom line is this: you can't manifest what you don't love in yourself at first. So you have to manifest loving yourself first. And at this time, I feel like with this breakup, you're not loving yourself as deeply as you can love yourself. So when a Leo loves themselves, you do see profitable things start to happen in and around them. I see lots of in-depth study coming towards you, spiritual intuition coming towards you, spiritual development, and I see that you definitely know when to follow your psychic intuition when it comes to money at this time. I feel like there's some people coming towards you karmically for you in financial matters. And you know, all of this is leading up to really, I feel it opening up the doors to having a soulmate enter your life. If you move past the energy of quick movement, and I feel being stubborn in the right places and letting go of some of the stubborn fixed holds that you have on things in your mind, I feel like if you continue to go down that road, some of you may suffer into very dark depressions. And if you find yourself in that, definitely seek some spiritual advice, because that's what's going to pull you out, to have some spiritual balance. Take up a study of yoga, take up a study of Tai Chi, take up a study of martial arts, possibly where they are experiencing the proper depth level of spirituality. I'm going to say this about Leos. They are very deep in nature, and for those of you who are suffering like this, there's a couple of ways to bring yourself out of it. Spirituality and creativity within those forms are key at this time. If you are comfortable, if you have your finances in order, if not, then take a look at where you are trying to manifest something and pushing so hard that it becomes stuck energy. So as this energy gets stuck, I feel like the angelic energies are saying to you, hey, listen, pay attention, stop forcing it, allow things to develop naturally at this time. When you're pushing so hard and nothing is happening, this is when suffering starts. This is the message, really and truly. This is when suffering starts. So it's not about the amount, it's about the contentment with your life and what's happening, including in the sorrowful times, including in the times of lack. When you feel that, you know, okay, there's two ways of looking at things. I have enough money to go buy a loaf of bread and some peanut butter and some jelly. So I'm going to go down to the store and I'm going to get those things. But I'm allergic to nuts, so what am I going to use? Well, I'll just have to do without it. And then you can look at things like, oh my God, I only have $1 left in my bank account. What am I going to do? And I have to create this, this, and this is just not happening. And how am I going to get to work? And how am I going to feed my kids? And I feel all this stress and worry on you. And all of things are confronting you so that you see the goodness and the God self, that you see the God or goddess self. And when you see that reflection of who you truly are, when you can look yourself in the mirror and you can look yourself in the eyes, because those eyes are the windows to the soul. And you right now are an expansion of the soul. And so when you're an expansion of the soul, this is coming into alignment with your true self, your true purpose in life, your true vocation in life, which there's a difference between having a passion and being able to do the things that you want to do and having a job that you're just doing to pay the bills. I feel like you're moving into your passion is a lot in an alignment with what it is that your true self wants. So as you align yourself, then this is when the opportunity for love comes in. And for those of you who are married, I feel like you're going to go through a little rough time because you need to see the value within the self. For those of you who have let go of a relationship already, now is the time to work on yourself and do self-care. And in all aspects of Leo, self-care is so very, very important. And when you have that, then you begin to have the contentment. And as you have the contentment, this is where your power stands. This is what draws new clients in. Not that forceful, energy that is very intelligent, by the way. But sometimes some people can't keep up with that and they feel this push, 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 and they want to repel when you push, push, push. So having that, taking a breath in and relaxing the physical body, even if it's more than a couple, then having that energy of calming oneself down before the escalation of anxiety starts, I'm seeing. For some of you, I'm seeing some mental health issues. And I really do feel that the closely connected value of how you feel your finances are where it is that the ego is going to sting you. And it's going to create some emotional turmoil, which even may lead even to some dark depression. I see some, nervous breakdown, even because of the value that they're placing on what they're losing. So at this time, you need rest. You need to look at what's happening. I am seeing some things where within love that your relationship, I feel like almost like maybe a mirrored image of where you're not being true to yourself, your partner's not being true to you. So those of you who had the third party situation going on or still have it going on, it's time for you to face it and confront it and be like, this is not serving me, this is not a healthy way to be, and I'm no longer going to participate in that, and you're moving away from it. And good for you, Leo, because this is going to be some tumultuous times that you're going through. Personal readings are important to get to have clear reality about what's happening with you. I do see a progression. I see two progressions of energy here. For some of you, I feel that there may be a couple of people that you're dating that you make choices through. You know, I feel like, you know, it's just kind of dating right now. You're not really making any choices, and that's maybe a healthy thing until you feel resolved in what's going on. I feel for those of you going through divorces, you need to go through them. You need to figure out, you know, how you're going to conduct yourself after the divorce. For a lot of you, I'm seeing, you know, financial loss through that, but yet wisdom gained in how you conduct yourself in life and how you value yourself in life. So that's key here for sure. And I am seeing movement and expansion as well within personal businesses. You know, this Ace of Cups, you've been very successful in the past. Just because things are changing doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful again in the future. You've mastered already what's happened in your life. So now is the time to critique it and to release the things that no longer serve you. Once those things are gone, then the creative energies and juices flow. As you're going through all this tumultuous energy and this rocky emotional time, I feel. You do have stability in that. You do have support in that. Like I said, the world at your feet is really, truly bringing in stability where you need it, help where you need it. I feel even psychological help where you need it. Movement where you need to move. It's like you're divinely guided to where you need to be at the exact moment that you need to be at. I feel like it's important, Leo, for you to watch your rising sun. So if this is your rising sun sign, then this sign. And then also your moon and Venus signs at this time. So if you want to watch those other videos, I feel like it will be helpful to your situation as well. There are links below that you can click on to get your natal chart to find out what those signs are. I feel for the majority of Leos, you're making improvements in your life. Even though it seems like loss, it is definitely improvement in your life, and you're very willing to release things that, you know, I almost feel for some of you for decades that have not been serving you, and you've been stubbornly hanging on to those ideals. I feel like by breaking away from some of your thought patterns that you create a little bit of wake in your leaving. So there's a little bit of rough roads for other people when you're leaving. And I do see that karmically, if you wish to not have so much negative karma towards you, watch how you react to what's happening in and around you. And this is a key for me. My guides are telling me to bring in the Akashic Records. So let's just see what the Akashic Records wish to say to you. Jumping right out. A lot of the cards are jumping out. So what you have here is autism, and you have the King of Roses. So these two together. I feel that things have been divinely guided. I feel also that you feel strongly that you haven't really made mistakes in your life. They've just been creative adventures that are taking you to where you are. I also feel at this time that your ancestors are coming in and they wish to tell you that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Your creative processes will be divinely guided by them. I'm seeing very strongly that they're going to help you in this endeavor. They are going to bring you the people that you need and the resources that you need to move yourself ahead, because you're never alone in these dark nights of the soul and maneuvering through things. They're asking you at this time to release what you can't control. So if you find yourself blocked in some way, release that energy, because it's telling you that it's not the avenue that you need to go down. And I feel like some Leos keep going down roads far past when they know that it is no longer serving them. So try to catch that before is what some of the lessons are, and it'll lessen some of the suffering. You'll release things easier. You're not going to get so emotionally entangled in it. I'm seeing the King of Roses here. The energy that's coming to me is very peaceful energy. It's very loving energy, very heartfelt energy. So I feel like for those of you who are starting a new relationship, you have support also in the physical manifestation of a new love, and that they're helping you through this dark night of the soul. They support you, and that they're really they're truly there for you to be friends first. And then I feel like lovers develop through this friendship. Also, if you trust and don't push, they're telling me that this opportunity will present yourself as a new love relationship. So new opportunities in finances bring new opportunities in love, is what they're telling me. So it is destined for you to be with somebody once again. And I'm not saying that it's going to happen right away, but it is destined to come within the next couple of years, is what I'm seeing. I feel like some Leos, you may have come to a point where you're like, I am just destined to be a bachelor and that's it, or a bachelorette and that's it. I'm just gonna date a bunch of people and I'm gonna not, worry about real serious commitment. But I feel that at this time, once again, your guides from the other side concerning love are saying, listen, please listen. Do not become hard-hearted in this endeavor, because it's going to pass, and in a couple of years this new relationship is going to deepen, whether it's a very new relationship and I see marriage in the future or commitment in the future, or whatever that means to you, developing. So don't be too harsh, because you can really break someone's heart, and then that's your karma to deal with. So please try not to, try to avoid emotional shallowness with any type of relationship, even if you know that this relationship isn't going to be what you want long term. I feel like treating people with respect and kindness is so key. And also for you, this is the self-care part, Leo, that you get that in return. So I'm very, very happy that you're learning and going through this. I feel like a lot of people that I've read for have been going through this energy, and Leos are just beginning to go through it right now. And I really feel that you may need some guidance through this. So where you find you can get that comfortably, someone that you trust, then please, I really feel like it's important for you to talk and not sit alone in the darkness in the night alone, okay? Because you're never alone. You always have guidance from the other side, and divine loving guidance is what I'm seeing. And be gentle with yourself for the next little while. Let's take some romance angel cards and see what they have to say for you Leos. Oh, release your ex. Very important to not go back and forth. I was feeling that earlier, because you're done with that type of energy. You used to do that. You're not doing that anymore. When you're done, Leos. I'm feeling you're done. Religious factors. I'm feeling I'm gonna give you one more here, because there's more to this story. Releasing your ex and religious factors. Let's give you one more. Keep an open mind. Very good. So this tells me that you're very willing to have an open mind. You're very willing to release your ex, and that those of you who are not willing to release the ex, there's religious factors and training that you may want to release as well as the ex. So there may be some guilt situations that are you're dealing with, or very serious darkness at this time of, really feeling down on yourself that you're not worth anything than them because your person left you, that you're not worthy. We all know that when you're in that position of that heartbreak, Leo, that it is truly, people are truly suffering. We need not dismiss this, because I'm seeing here, the ending here of the Archmajor of the Celtic Cross, that you have these two things. You're suffering. You're really truly suffering in doing so. But, you know, be the King of Cups here. Like, really, truly master your heart. And this is what you're going through, mastering your heart so that you can have your divine passion in alignment with what you're doing. Right now, it's not in alignment. So this is telling you, you must let this go. And even though it's difficult, I do feel dating is a good way to help yourself get over that, because people are going to see the genuineness in you and you're no longer presenting anything with masks. So you're tired of that. You're tired of, you know, not speaking your truth in relationships. So I really feel like communication is going to be a key factor here. Religious factors can help you also bring you to a spiritual path. But I feel like you need to let go of dogma. So whatever religious influences were in the past, and maybe you have domineering parents who are very religious, I'm sort of feeling that in that case, you know, you want to release that energy and develop a spiritual energy, even if it's meditation in alignment with your higher self or with God or with spirit or source or whatever you feel is the center of your spirituality. And as you do this, I feel like then you're regaining your crown, Leo. And I also feel you need to keep an open mind that someone that you usually would be with, you're feeling like, I'm looking past this stuff of what I'm usually attracted to. And I see those of you developing a new relationship going into a really something very different than you've ever done before, Leo. So congratulations on that, because that's going to bring in a whole bunch of beautiful blessings is what I'm seeing. And I am seeing some of you in the future with children and home, and those of you who don't want children, not to have children. I also feel a little guided protection at this time for you Leos who are craving to have a child, but it's not happening. And I feel like this is the time for you not to, if you can avoid it. It's going to add extra stress at this particular time. I feel for most Leos, if they were to have children, and those of you with teenagers, maybe this may be the cause of some of the suffering that you're dealing with as well. So, you know, self-care is very important through guidance, through helping somebody else through the very tumultuous world that we live in. You know, we live in, I feel like your children are being bombarded with information and they're overstimulated. So maybe having a very peaceful home, Leos, is very important for you to have that energy, but also don't create codependency, because Leos, I feel, are very much family orientated and protective over their family. So they show a lot of affection and care. And I feel like sometimes children can take advantage of that. So lay strict boundaries in this, because this can also affect your relationships as well and create some codependency that you do no longer wish to have in your life. You truly are moving past this energy. There is some sneaky energy I'm seeing in and around you, but you are using your psychic ability to move past this for the most part. In another card reading concerning those things. But I am seeing some deviousness within relationships and within infidelity and that sort of thing. So if you're, you know, I feel like you're a pretty smart cookie here, Leo. If you're suspecting something, it's time for you to confront it and deal with it once and for all, because you need to be happy in your own peace of mind within relationships in order for your life to prosper and thrive. Once you're in that position, I see you moving full steam ahead. Okay, so you're going to grow past this. You're going to grow past it, Leo, and everybody goes through this in life. It's kind of like a little bit, you know, your turn at this time. So hopefully this reading has helped you, support you, and let you know that you're not alone in these endeavors. Okay? So enjoy your other readings, Leo. And okay, so I feel like maybe a little gift for you with this, along with this video, is when you're feeling super stressed, I feel like you should just have some white candles on hand, and on this candle, just, you know, engrave all the things that you're absolutely grateful for. Concentrate on gratefulness rather than too much of what you're going through. I'm not saying don't deal with what you're going through. I'm saying don't concentrate on it overly. So lighting a candle at this time with all your good intentions, and just cover that in that candle with olive oil and put all those good intentions that you want to manifest into that candle, and then just light it and let that energy shine through your house and through your mind, through the darkness of your mind. Okay, Leo, so enjoy that, and we'll see you again soon. Bye, Leo.